Most people live their lives chained to their past, allowing old experiences, failures, and disappointments to dictate their future. They replay the same mistakes in their minds, reliving moments of pain, rejection, or regret as if they are happening all over again. But the truth is, your past only has power over you if you give it permission. It is not what happened to you that defines your future, it's what you decide to do next. The moment you choose to break free from the weight of your past is the moment you reclaim your life. Rebuilding yourself starts with letting go of the limiting beliefs that have held you back for too long. These beliefs are not facts. They are stories you've told yourself based on past experiences. Maybe you failed at something and now you believe you're not capable. Maybe someone hurt you and now you believe you're unworthy of love. Maybe you've struggled financially and now you believe success is out of reach. But these are just patterns of thought, reinforced over time, and the good news is you can break them. The first step is recognizing that the story you've been telling yourself is not the only story available to you. You have the power to rewrite it. One of the most dangerous traps people fall into is identifying with their struggles. They say, I'm just not good at this. I've always been this way, or this is just who I am. But these statements are not truth. They are excuses that keep you stuck. The moment you stop identifying with your limitations, you open the door to transformation. Instead of saying, I've always struggled with this, start saying, I am learning, I am growing, and I am capable. Instead of believing, I'm just not lucky, decide that you create your own opportunities. Instead of thinking, I can't change, remind yourself that every day is a new chance to do things differently. Breaking free from the past also means releasing the pain and resentment that may still be weighing you down. Many people carry anger, bitterness, or regret over things that happened years ago. They replay conversations, hold grudges, or wish things had turned out differently. But here's the truth. Holding on to pain doesn't hurt the person who wronged you. It only hurts you. Carrying resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. The only way to truly move forward is to let go. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened, it's about freeing yourself from its control. When you release the emotional baggage of the past, you make room for growth, healing, and transformation. Another powerful step in breaking free from the past is shifting your perspective. Every failure, setback, or hardship you've faced contains a lesson. Instead of seeing your past as a series of mistakes, see it as a training ground. Every struggle has strengthened you in some way. Every challenge has prepared you for what's ahead. When you shift your mindset from why did this happen to me to what can I learn from this, you turn obstacles into stepping stones. The most successful people in the world are not those who never fail. They are those who refuse to let failure define them. They use setbacks as fuel, pushing forward with even greater determination. You also have to be intentional about the environment you create for yourself. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, whether it's toxic people, draining habits, or a mindset of scarcity, you will struggle to move forward. You must consciously create an environment that supports your growth. That means surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, consuming content that uplifts and educates you, and developing habits that strengthen your mindset. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must immerse yourself in a space that nurtures your transformation. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is the decision to focus on the present moment. Too many people waste their energy worrying about things they cannot change. They dwell on past mistakes, missed opportunities, or moments they wish they could redo. But the only thing you truly have control over is right now. The past is done, the future is unwritten, and your power lies in this very moment. What you choose to do today determines who you become tomorrow. Every small decision, every action, every thought contributes to your transformation. Breaking free from the past is not about ignoring reality or pretending that pain never happened. It's about choosing to no longer be defined by it. It's about taking ownership of your story and deciding that your past struggles will not dictate your future success. It's about recognizing that you have the power power to shift your mindset, change your habits, and build a life that aligns with your highest potential. The process of rebuilding yourself is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The moment you let go of the excuses, the limiting beliefs, and the emotional baggage, you create space for something greater. You step into the version of yourself that is strong, capable, and unstoppable. And when you do that, there are no limits to what you can achieve. The way you see yourself determines the way you show up in the world. Your identity shapes your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. If you've been feeling stuck, unmotivated, or unable to create the change you desire, it's not because you lack the ability, it's because you've been holding on to an identity that no longer serves you. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must redefine who you are at your core. You must take control of the beliefs you hold about yourself and shift them into something powerful. For too long, people allow the labels given to them by others to shape their reality. Maybe someone once told you that you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or strong enough, and you accepted it as truth. Maybe past failures have convinced you that you're not capable of success. But those labels are not who you are. They are just words, just opinions, and they only have power if you choose to believe them. The first step to rebuilding yourself is rejecting any identity that is not aligned with your highest potential. It's time to stop accepting limitations and start defining yourself in a way that empowers you. One of the strongest forces in human psychology is the need to stay consistent with who you believe you are. If you see yourself as lazy, unworthy, or unsuccessful, you will subconsciously act in ways that reinforce that identity. But if you shift your belief to something powerful, if you decide you are disciplined, confident, and unstoppable, your actions will begin to align with that vision. It's not about faking it. It's about conditioning your mind to see yourself as the person you are capable of becoming. When you shift your identity, everything else follows. Think about the people who have achieved greatness in any area of life. They don't just wake up and decide to work harder. They see themselves as someone who doesn't quit, someone who always finds a way, someone who is relentless in pursuit of their vision. That identity is what drives their actions, and their actions create results. The same is true for you. If you want to rebuild yourself, start by declaring who you are. Not who you've been, not who others think you are, but who you choose to be moving forward. Creating a new identity is not just about positive thinking, it's about aligning your habits and behaviors with the person you want to become. If you want to see yourself as strong, start acting like someone who is strong. If you want to be confident, make decisions with certainty. If you want to be successful, commit to the habits that lead to success. Every action you take reinforces your identity, so choose wisely. If you tell yourself you're disciplined but hit snooze on your alarm every morning, your actions contradict your identity. But if you wake up early, push through resistance, and do the things that move you forward, you strengthen that identity. Your environment also plays a massive role in shaping your identity. If you surround yourself with people who complain, settle, or make excuses, their mindset will rub off on you. But if you immerse yourself in an environment of growth, ambition, and possibility, you will naturally rise to that level. The fastest way to shift your identity is to get around people who already embody the traits you want to develop. Success leaves clues, and when you observe and model the habits, beliefs, and mindset of those who are thriving, you accelerate your own transformation. Another crucial part of redefining your identity is the language you use. The words you speak become the reality you experience. If you constantly say, "I'm not good at this," or "I always mess up," your brain accepts that as truth. But if you start saying, "I am capable, I am resilient, and I always figure things out," your mind begins to believe it. Language is not just communication, it is programming. The words you use shape your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. So be intentional about the story you tell yourself every day. Rebuilding yourself requires you to take ownership of your life. It's easy to blame circumstances, circumstances, other people, or the past for where you are, but true transformation happens when you take full responsibility. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. It's up to you to decide who you want to be and take the actions necessary to make it real. The moment you stop making excuses and start making decisions, everything changes. The greatest version of yourself is already within you, waiting to be unleashed. But you must be willing to let go of the old version of yourself that no longer serves you. You must be willing to step into a new identity, one that reflects your highest potential. It won't happen overnight and it won't always be easy, but every small decision you make to align with your new identity moves you closer to the person you were meant to be. The power to rebuild yourself is in your hands, and once you claim it, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Life is not transformed by wishful thinking. Change does not happen simply because you hope for it. The only way to rebuild yourself is to ignite the fire within you, to find that deep burning passion that will drive you forward no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Without passion, you will always find an excuse to stop. Without passion, you will hesitate, you will question yourself, and you will settle for less than you deserve. But when you are fueled by passion, nothing can stand in your way. You will push through resistance, overcome setbacks, and keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. Most people don't struggle because they lack talent, intelligence, or resources. They struggle because they lack drive. They settle into routines that drain them instead of inspire them. They wake up every morning feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and disconnected from their true potential. But life is not meant to be lived in a state of dull repetition. It is meant to be lived with excitement, purpose, and intensity. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who stay stuck is the level of energy they bring to their lives. Passion is the force that separates those who dream from those who do. You have to ask yourself, what excites you? What makes you come alive? What is the thing that when you talk about it, your eyes light up and your energy that is where your passion lies. Too many people ignore that feeling. They convince themselves that their dreams are unrealistic, that they have responsibilities, that they don't have time. But what they don't realize is that ignoring passion is the fastest way to a life of frustration and regret. When you follow what excites you, you tap into a level of motivation that cannot be forced. It becomes natural, effortless, and powerful. Reigniting your passion starts with getting clear on what you want. You cannot be passionate about a life that has no direction. If you don't know what you're working toward, it's easy to lose motivation. You have to create a vision so compelling that it pulls you forward. Close your eyes and imagine the best version of yourself, the person you are capable of becoming. See yourself waking up every day excited to take on the world. See yourself thriving, succeeding, and living with purpose. That vision must be strong enough to light a fire within you, a fire that will not burn out. Passion is not just a feeling, it's something you cultivate through action. If you wait until you feel motivated, you will never take the first step. The secret to igniting your passion is to move. When you take action, even in small ways, you create momentum. And momentum builds passion. If you want to be excited about your work, start putting in effort every day. If you want to be passionate about your health, start moving your body. If you want to be excited about life, start pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. The more you engage with life, the more life will excite you. Another way to reignite your passion is to change your state. The way you use your body affects your emotion. If you spend your days slouched over, moving slowly and breathing shallowly, your energy will reflect that. But if you stand tall, move with intensity, and take control of your physiology, you will feel a surge of energy instantly. Passion is not just mental, it is physical. If you want to feel alive, start acting like it. Move your body with purpose, speak with confidence, and engage with life fully. Surrounding yourself with the right energy is also crucial. Passion is contagious, but so is complacency. If you are constantly around people who lack ambition, who complain, and who settle for mediocrity, their mindset will drag you down. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, energetic, and excited about life, their energy will elevate yours. Find people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who push you to be better. Passion grows in environments where growth is the standard. Rebuilding yourself requires more than just discipline. It requires a deep emotional connection to what you are doing. If you are not emotionally invested in your goals, you will not sustain the effort required to achieve them. Passion gives meaning to the struggle. It turns obstacles into challenges instead of barriers. It makes the journey exciting instead of exhausting. Passion is what makes you wake up early, stay up late, and push forward even when no one is watching. It is the fuel that keeps you going when motivation fades. The truth is, passion is not something you find, it is something you create. It is a decision, a mindset, a way of living. You don't need permission to be passionate. You don't need external validation to feel excited about your life. The power to ignite that fire has always been within you. And once you tap into it, once you allow yourself to live with full intensity, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Growth is not automatic. It doesn't happen just because time passes or because you wish for it. Rebuilding yourself requires constant learning, relentless adaptation, and the willingness to evolve beyond who you were yesterday. The version of you that got you here is not the version that will take you to the next level. If you want to create a new reality, you must be willing to expand your mind, challenge your old beliefs, and commit to never-ending improvement. Growth is the foundation of transformation, and without it, you will always remain stuck in the same patterns, experiencing the same struggles, and wondering why nothing is changing. One of the biggest reasons people fail to grow is that they hold on to outdated ways of thinking. They cling to beliefs that were shaped by past experiences, by failures, by other people's opinions, and they allow those beliefs to define them. But the truth is, your past does not determine your future. Just because something didn't work out before doesn't mean it won't work now. Just because you struggled in one area doesn't mean you will always struggle. Growth happens when you challenge the narratives that are holding you back and replace them with empowering beliefs. The key to breaking free from limiting beliefs is to ask yourself better questions. Instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," ask, "How can I get better?" Instead of saying, "I don't have what it takes," ask, "What would it take to make this happen?" The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask yourself. When you shift your focus from problems to possibilities, your entire world changes. Growth also requires you to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Too many people avoid discomfort because they associate it with pain, but discomfort is the birthplace of growth. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand your capacity, you build resilience, you develop new skills, new perspectives, and new strengths. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must become addicted to challenges. Instead of fearing them, embrace them. See every obstacle as an opportunity to sharpen yourself into a stronger, more capable version of who you are meant to be. Another critical aspect of growth is surrounding yourself with people who elevate you. You cannot grow if you are constantly around people who reinforce old habits, old fears, and old limitations. Growth thrives in the right environment, and if you want to accelerate your transformation, you need to be around those who push you to be better. Find people who are already where you want to be. Learn from them, study them, absorb their mindset and their habits. Success leaves clues, and when you immerse yourself in an environment of growth, you naturally rise to that level. Reading, learning, and seeking knowledge is also essential for transformation. The most successful people in the world never stop learning. They invest in themselves, not just financially, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. They read books, attend seminars, listen to mentors, and constantly seek ways to expand their understanding. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more control you have over your destiny. If you're not actively learning, you're falling behind. Make personal growth a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. One of the fastest ways to grow is through action. Knowledge is useless without execution. Too many people get stuck in the cycle of learning but never applying. They read books, watch videos, attend events, but they never take action. Growth happens when you take what you learn and apply it in real life. Make mistakes, fail, adjust, improve. That's the process of transformation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, stop overthinking, and just start. Clarity comes through action, not overanalyzing. Growth is also about mastering your emotions. If you don't control your emotions, they will control you. The ability to manage fear, doubt, frustration, and uncertainty is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful skills you can develop because when you master your emotions, you master your decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond strategically. Instead of letting fear stop you, you use it as fuel. Instead of getting discouraged by setbacks, you see them as stepping stones. Rebuilding yourself is not about waiting for things to get easier, it's about becoming stronger. It's about becoming the person who can handle any challenge, who can push through any obstacle, and who refuses to settle for anything less than they are capable of. Growth is not an event, it's a lifelong commitment. You must wake up every day with the intention to be better than you were yesterday, even if it's just a small step. Every bit of progress matters. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop truly living. You have the power to create a new version of yourself, but it starts with a decision. A decision to learn, to adapt, to evolve, and to never settle. The person you are becoming is far greater than the person you have been. Keep growing, keep pushing, and never stop striving for the life you were meant to live.